Welcome, race fans, to the Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250. Tonight, the Sunday Night NASCAR only on SRM, brought to you by SRM. I am your host, currently, Christian Stewart. In the booth, we'll be joined by Tanner and Jonathan Leach here shortly. I believe some technical issues there, but they will be coming and join us here momentarily. We are at ISM Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona, I do believe. I'll go ahead and get some race information here. So it is a mile-long track. It's the oval with open dog leg there. Track temperature, ambient. I can't even speak words. Ambient temperature outside is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity at 25 or 27%. It's clear skies out there with the 3-mile-an-hour winds. Track temperature looks to be about 93 degrees. We're sitting high at 957 feet. Do want to take a moment real quick to go ahead and read some of these sponsors here, because we do got a couple sponsors. Davis Brothers Roofing has been providing homeowners and businesses with expectations roofing services since 1983, residential and commercial roofing in Tennessee. David Brother Roofing. Also, the second sponsor tonight is On Target Performance Group. Improve your business performance and business profitability, lower business costs, and get on track for continuous business improvement. So those are your two sponsors for tonight. I do believe we are finishing up here qualifying. Should have about another couple seconds here for everybody to start gridding up in a moment. Do want to go ahead and point out that Phoenix can definitely be a difficult track. So I've been looking over some of these guys' races in the past. This is week 5. And they got a 43 driver grid tonight, I do believe. So there'll be some competitive racing, a lot of action, a lot of green flag run, hopefully. Like to see the competitive attitude between these guys. They bring us some good racing to watch and commentate on here tonight. And there they go. They go ahead and start greening up here. If we can go ahead and bring up this grid. All right, so starting out in pole position, Thomas Gold in the Ford machine, or the 97 machine. Alexander there on the outside of him in the 94 Chevy. We've got Joe Stafford in the Chevy right behind them, starting out the second row. Brian Branham, hoping I'm saying that right, in the Toyota and 39 machine. Chad Sanner, 59 machine. Got Austin Story in the Toyota 23 machine. Randy Spivey in the 4 machine. Kavaja Holt. I totally butchered that name, and I'm gonna have to fix that for the next one. But he's gonna be in 7th position, or 8th position. I'm sorry. Seba Corns in 9th. Leo Bronskasa. Butchering these names, and I apologize. I do apologize. He is going to round out the 10th position there. Bennett Allen in the 11th position. Joseph Lester in 12th. T.W. Garrett in 13th. We're gonna have, I'm sorry, Tim Tim Throwbridge in 14th. Behind him, Charles Eaton in 15th. That's going to round out your top 15. Chris Cloud in 16th position. William Fink in 17th. Nicholas in 18th. Also another Nicholas, Layton in 19th. 20th is going to be Brad Holden. 21st is going to be Barrett Kofi. 22nd, sorry, it's going to be Lauren Jones. 23rd position is going to be Jarrett Small. Tyler Conley is going to be 24th. Rounding off your top 25 is going to be Mike Camito. Mitchell is going to be 26th. 27th is Matthew Gaskins. 28th is Dean Weeks. 29th is Dalton Mobley. 30th, sorry, Derek Jacobs. 31st is going to be Steve Dardius. 32nd is going to be Jonathan. 33rd is going to be Raymond Root. 34th is going to be Danielle Fink. And 35th is going to be JC Gibson. I believe, is that the last of them there? All right, pace lights on the pace car there are out. We're going to be green this time by. Thomas Gold will lead the field and take the green flag. Restarts on him. There we go, pace car into the pits. Green flag is out. We're about to go racing. Thomas Gold taking in to turn one. There we go. Thomas Gold out to a good lead. Oh, and there goes just Stafford down. Okay, that's just to the dog leg. I forgot. They got the open dog leg there, so they will be dropping down there from time to time to try and make some good track position, some fast runs there. Thomas Gold staying out there in the front. I do believe there's a caution at William Fink. Let's go ahead and go back and see what happened. Looks like he might have just got a little loose going up into the wall there, maybe? Oh, we're still on Thomas. Quite sure. There we are. Oh! Let's see if we can go back just a little bit. Maybe got loose coming out of 3 and 4 there. Interesting. Oh! Interesting. Okay, well, he just smashed into the pit barrels there. Not sure if he wanted to go into the pits or maybe he just wasn't looking and didn't see the barrels there. But all right, we'll go ahead and stack them back up here. Try this again. Thomas Gold is going to be still out there in the front. Behind him, Alexander in second. Joe Stafford in third. Austin Dory in fourth. Chad Sander rounding off your top 5. Should be 2 more to go this time, or I guess 1 to go this time. if I'm not mistaken. Okay, pace lights are off, so we'll go ahead and stack it up 2 by 2. We'll go ahead and thank you, Davis Brothers Roofing. Davis Brothers Roofing has been providing, again, homeowners and businesses with inspections roofing services since 1983, residential and commercial roofing in Tennessee. Big thank you to them. Again, one of the sponsors here for the SSN League here. Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250. 156 laps. Lap 5 of 156 as the pace car will jump in this time by. And there it goes. Thomas Gold will take the green flag. Like I said, this competitive league, they want to compete. They want to get that first position and that win tonight. They are actually racing for money in this league. They will go down on that dog leg. And up to turn 3 and 4 here. Thomas Gold still on the lead. Not too far behind them as Joe Stafford and Alexander fight for that second and third position. And that number 94 machine. And that will bring out another caution here. I believe it is Nicholas. Let's go ahead and see if we can't take a look, see what happened. Bunch of cars back up in there. Oh, as he just gets into the wall there. Ooh, keep it out of the way. It looks like he will keep it down on the bottom. Do think somebody got into him. I wasn't quite able make out that number. It's kind of hyper focused there on the number 24 car, but it seems like he was able to keep it out of everybody's way. Buddy, come on by. All right, well, as they go around the track here and wait for the pace lights to go out and stack back up, we're going to go ahead and take about a 30-second breather. We'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Just had a couple technical issues that we had to get sorted out. Lap 9 of 156 here at the Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250. Do believe that they will take 1 lap to go this time by. And they'll get stacked back up. We'll go ahead and thank again our second sponsor, On Target Performance Group. Improve your business performance and business profitability, lower business costs, and get on track for continuous business improvement. Thank you to them. We'll go ahead and mention also this is this league, they follow the NASCAR race schedule week in and week out. So like I said, this is week 5 at the Phoenix ISM Raceway. They got 5 sets of tires, 0 repairs, so it's going to be interesting to see how some of the strategy will work out. Do know this track can cause some tire wear, some more than others. So we'll see how these pit strategies and how they can save their tires, make it work for the end. So go ahead and pace lights are out. Go ahead and rack them back up. Go ahead and get ready for this restart. Thomas Gold still out there in first position. Joe Stafford just behind him. I guess actually to his outside. Alexander, third position. Pace car jumps down to the bottom. Thomas Gold will be waiting for that green flag. Stack him up. There we go. Thomas Gold racing to that turn 1. Just behind him, Joe Stafford and Alexander. This is Story sitting there in fourth. Chad Sanner running off 5th position. Oh, it looks like Holt got into some trouble back there as they were coming down the front straightaway, and I do believe they'll take out another caution. Backing up, back in the field there. Unfortunate. This track has a very narrow front straightaway there, so coming out of 3 and 4, you can get quite loose. Get into some of your fellow racers. Number 10 getting caught up in some of that too. Hate to see it. Like I said, these guys don't have any fast repairs, so that'll be definitely a couple minutes to be sitting in the pits. Go ahead and try and see what the number 10 car here, Chris Cole, sees as this is happening up in front with just nowhere to go as he slams into that 51. Nobody's going into the pits. Do expect most of those guys that got caught up into that to go ahead and go into the pits, go ahead and grab some damage repair. I believe they're going to go ahead and stack up this time. Pace car will cross that finish line. There you go, lucky dog. Number 24. And on through, there he goes. Alright, my apologies. Pace lights do not go off. Number 97, Thomas Gold, he's still holding that first position with Joe Stafford there behind him. Alex There's Alexander sitting in third. Austin Story sitting fourth. Chad Sanner rounding off top five. Brian Branham sitting in sixth. Joseph Lester, seventh rather. Randy Spivey in eighth. Steve Corns is in ninth. And Tim Trowbridge will be rounding off your top 10. All right. Pace lights will be off. I'm stacking back up. We'll be ready to go racing this time by. Look, the number 9 car taking out the cone there, coming out of pit lane. Something must have taken him off, or that cone did something to him. He was not too happy at that cone. Okay, rounding 3 and 4 now. Coming into 3 at least. His car will jump down into pits and let him loose. Number 9 waits patiently for that green flag to drop. And there they go. '57, Joe Stafford will go ahead and drop in right behind Thomas Gold. Alexander and Austin Story there fighting for third position. Going side by side. These guys don't want to let up. And it's a very competitive league here. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Tyler Conley, right on board with him, see what he sees. You can see this track. It's very, not a lot of banking. You definitely gotta be careful with that throttle. A lot of throttle control through this track. You can see as they jump down to that dog leg. A lot of drivers utilizing that dog leg there. Pick up some time. There is the shortest way around the track. Sometimes the shortest way around the track isn't always the fastest way. Looks like everything's starting to settle out as they find their groove. Let's go. Still leading here with about a half a second gap. Joe Stafford right behind him. Let's go ahead and go through the field and taking some green lap runs. We got first position, holding his lead, Thomas Gold, age 23, hometown for Oregon. Joe Stafford sitting in second position, age 21, hometown from Philadelphia. And Alexander Encarnacio, the number 94 car, age 26. Dartmouth, Massachusetts. His hometown. Sitting in fourth is Austin Story, age 16. As we have another caution here, let's go ahead and see what happened. 74 getting just nicked by that 17 car. Looks like he wanted to try to come down as the 17 car was just wanting to come up. It was at the 88. I might be showing different numbers here. Maybe that was Leo Bronska. Getting a little tight as he came up the track and just nicked. So making him slide loose, but go ahead and go back live here. A lot of these guys mad at that cone. I see a couple guys now take out that cone. I wonder what that cone ever did to them. Still no pit stops yet. Gonna love seeing that one of these pit stops. If we get a caution pit stop, you're gonna see a lot of guys, and it's gonna be a busy place. I mentioned in a couple broadcasts before, I love caution pit stops. A lot of strategy goes into them. You can still make up quite a bit of positions on those. So it's gonna be an exciting thing to see as we have, what was it, 30, 33, 32 drivers? 35 drivers? Something like that. 35 drivers. Pit lane is definitely going to be a busy place. Still no pit stops yet. Thomas Gold still out there in the lead. Joe Stafford right behind him. Alexander sitting in third. Looks like pace lights will be going off this time by. And pace lights are off. They'll go ahead and stack everything back up. Get ready for a restart. Try it again. And there goes that pit lane cone again. Nobody likes that pit lane cone. Nobody likes it. I am getting worried we might be getting James, one of our commentators, in here to help me out. Be enjoying his company here as we get ready to take the green flag and go again. Is that James now? I believe so.
Hello, Christian. What's going on, baby?
No, nothing too much. We're just getting ready to take this restart as Thomas Gold takes that green flag.
And I tell you what, this Atlanta traffic is no joke.
Atlanta traffic, I would assume, is no joke. Same here with this Phoenix traffic. Look at this, 35 cars.
You're absolutely right. The Phoenix traffic is no joke either, but I had crammed getting out of Atlanta because they are back-to-back, bumper to bumper over there. It took me almost 2 days to get here, but here I am, ready to watch fast-paced action. So let's get this thing rolling.
Sunday night, my apologies. Sunday Night NASCAR League here. ISM, Phoenix Raceway.
So the traffic's so bad, it got you messed up.
Yeah. Thomas Gold is leading this thing with about a 0.2 second gap of Joe Stafford. Joe Stafford definitely wants a piece of this first position. So we go into turn one there. A lot of cars here, man. I was just saying, no pit stops yet. Once they get one of these caution pit stops, pit lane is going to be a busy place. Here we go. See the corners there.
Alright, I'm getting a feel for what we got, trying to catch up, see who we got. It looks like Thomas Gold's out in front first. Am I correct on that? Stafford in second?
Yes, sir.
And Alexander and Carnes something or another. Alexander E.
I'm Ink. Yeah, I'm struggling with the name too. I've just been calling him Alexander. Number 94 machine. He is in third place. You are correct. Got Brian Branham in fourth. And Joseph Lester actually just took that fifth position. A little party.
We got another yellow on lap 30.
And then what we do is they will go ahead and slow down. We'll go ahead and take a look here, see what happened. Still. It's getting a little loose, maybe. Not quite sure what happened there. Okay. I'm also seeing here Alexander and
possibility
also crashed. I wonder if that was off while they were backing up behind the pace car. So that was after the yellow flag came out. We want to go ahead and jump to the front here. They are going into the pits. Pit lane is a
It's all good. All right, let's I'm trying to catch up here. I'm so far behind. Again, fans, I apologize. That traffic was horrible, but I'm here. Once I get caught up, I will do a better job, I promise.
Well, James is better late than never, I can say. Glad to have you here. I appreciate you being here, man.
Oh man, I got faith in you, bud. I'm sure you were doing a fantastic job. I don't want to like ruin it for you, but here I am.
No worries, no worries at all. It's, they all jump out of pit lane here and rack up behind the pace car. Brian Brenham able to take that first position from Thomas Gold. Had to remember who was out there in front. I've been calling them all race out there in front. Still forgot his name.
Hey, as long as somebody's there for you to call.
Yes, indeed. All right. 33 laps of 156 here of Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250. Brought to you by Davis Brothers. One of the sponsors here. One of the sponsors here, Davis Brothers Roofing, has been providing homeowner businesses with expectations roofing services since 1983. Residential commercial roofing in Tennessee, Davis Brothers Roofing. Alright, pace lights are off. They're going to go ahead and stack it back up 2 by 2. You ready for some
stack them? I'm ready for some green flag, and I'm also ready for some turn it up. I want to get a little loud while I'm out.
I do too. I've been excited to see this. I love the sound of these race cars, man. Love the sound of them.
I do too. It makes that har come out of you. You know what I mean? That man come out.
Exactly. As I see, the pace lights came back on. They might have, race control might have gone ahead and thrown another caution as they try to sort some things out on the positions, get everybody caught back up.
Yeah, it's definitely true about that. It could have been anything. There's no telling. Something could have went wrong. But looks like we will have another couple laps of green flag here in Phoenix. And so let's try to get this thing put back together and get these guys racked and stacked and back to green flag racing, because I know that's what they're here for, is to do some green flag racing and get this speed going. And we've got looks like another lap or two. We'll get ready, and then we'll get to just crank it up for you, turn it up, whatever you want to call it. But there they go, 2 by 2.
In fact, I'm ready. I just want to point something out. I've been watching this. And I'm telling you, man, every pace lap, I've seen at least one car dive down and try to take out that cone. And I've been mentioning it. I don't know what that cone ever did to anybody, but they sure don't like it here.
That cone likes to stand in the way, and that cone being in the way is just, I don't know what his problem is.
It's
But
like
he likes to stand out there and get in the way.
As the pace car jumps down into the pits here, Ryan Branham will be taking the green flag as he gets a nice jump out. Joseph Lester jumping in behind him. Let's go ahead. You want to turn it up?
Let's get that crunk off. Let's crank this thing up.
All right. All right, welcome back, guys, from that turn it up. We are under caution as somebody did wreck out. Lap number 43 of the 156 of Davis Brother Roofing ISM 250. So let's see what happened here. Looks like the number 3 car just got loose coming out of turn 3. As you know, it's Phoenix. That is a narrow front straightaway. Not much room, so good thing nobody else got into him, from what I can see.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a good thing of that. That could have been really bad.
Yeah, we've already seen one of them. As looks like leaders are going to go ahead and jump down pit lane, and here we go. We get another chance to look at a busy pit lane.
Yeah, pit lanes are usually pretty busy, and it's that time of the race where it's time to start getting those tires and getting that fuel. Because we're at 44 of 156, so we got about 116 laps to go or so. So it's going to be a long more race. So it's about time to get that fuel in those tires.
Indeed. I was gonna say these might actually be the guys that stayed out last time. So we see Thomas Gold is back up into the front. So yeah, these are the guys that did not pit the last time. So Thomas Gold there is gonna take back that first position. Yeah, and there you go. You can look, Thomas Gold. Yeah, Thomas Gold, Bennett Allen, Joe Stafford, Seba Corns, Nicholas Layton, and Randy Spivey, all pitted on lap 31. So they're going about 13 laps now without pitting. So yep, that is correct. The guys that just jumped down into pit lane are going to be the ones that stayed out that last caution. So I did want to mention, once we came back from that turn it up segment, we did get Tanner into the booth. So welcome here, Tanner.
Thank you, Chris.
Welcome aboard, Tanner.
Jay.
Glad to have you all here with me. You better late
I don't know
than
about you,
never.
Tanner, but I came over here from Atlanta, and that traffic was wild. It took me a while to get here, but I'm here now.
Yeah, good you're here. The Alabama traffic, just a little bright lights on a country road. That's it.
All right. Pace lights are out. We're going to go ahead and stack them up 2 by 2. Thomas Gold will resume that first position as he's going to wait patiently to take that green flag. Get these boys running again. Now, Tanner, I know you have called a couple of these races now. This is a competitive field here.
Yeah, it's a very competitive field. The first thing I hopped in here, when I saw that number 97 out front, I was not surprised one bit.
He's definitely got a fast race car here. He's been out in the front here for most of the night. I would assume, being a racer myself, I'd like to keep that position.
Yeah, he'll definitely do that throughout the race. And Joe Stafford and Stephen Cornez already. Take him green, Christian.
All right, pace car jumps into the pits. Thomas Gold waiting on that green flag as they go ahead, slam that pedal down, take him into turn 1. Thomas, Ben Allen, also fighting with Joe Stafford there for second and third. So they go side by side through 1 and 2, jumping down on that dog road. Don't look there now because number 16, he's not too far behind. He says he wants a piece of the action here for 32nd. Bunch of guys out there in the back. Look at that. 2 wide getting into one another there in the midfield. That's okay. They'll keep it green. Joe Stafford will keep it there.
Caution already.
It looked like Brian Branham was involved.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened there. Wonder if that was what I was seeing there in the midfield, getting into one another. Do you see some smoke going into 2?
Yeah, that wreck happened on lap 48.
48 of 156. There we go. See what happened.
Ooh.
That 69 car getting in there, trying to make a move. Just got a little tight.
There's a nice bump right there, but unfortunately, it's going to spin him out. That's not going to be. Well, it looked like he saved it, so I guess it's not too bad. I mean, you don't want to wreck out anyway, but yeah, at least he's able to save it.
Indeed, as he slammed on those brakes in the middle of the corner, so good job to him to keep that car under control after that spin, letting everybody pass by him. Tony, what are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, my thoughts are he kept the car clean. They got 6 additional sets of tires, so I'll say he'll go use one. That's a positive takeaway from that. Don't look at it negative because it'll affect you the rest of the race.
I agree as the 42 car jumps down and takes out that cone one more time. Man, these guys, they really don't like that cone here in Phoenix.
No, they don't. That cone is just, I don't know. Everybody's got a grudge against that cone. I don't know what he did, but I want to know, so I know not to do that.
Most of the time, it looks at me the wrong way.
Yeah, I've taken out a couple here and there, but I think with just that open dog leg, man, and like you said, it just looks at you the wrong way, and that so open down there, you just want to take it out.
He's got a sign that says, "Hit me, you've hit everything else for me."
That indeed. So we're looking here at the number 42 car, Nicholas Leighton. That Toyota. I like my Toyotas. That's what I personally race. And he is up 14 positions in that Toyota. Look at him go.
Yeah, Christian, you talk about moving up positions. Our P7 of Raymond Root in that 69 car and our P8 of 36 Daniel Fink are the hardest chargers tonight with 26 gained positions.
Indeed, but don't look too far because back behind them in 10th position, he's up 22 spots. Jonathan JD. I don't want to butcher names here. Delaney is what I'm being told is Jonathan Delaney. And that 13 Chevy, up 22 spots. He's gonna be making a run for the money on the biggest mover here. There you go, Danielle Fink, up 26 spots like you were saying. In that Ford machine.
And you talk about Jonathan Delaney, sorry for the delay, but he is a 2-time winner and he dominated in the 2 races that he won previously. So I look for him and Thomas Gold to stay up front.
Indeed. All right. Pace lights are off. Thomas Gold will lead the charge as they wait to take the green flag. Behind him, or I guess not behind him, but to his outside, Joe Stafford. He's going to be looking to make a run as pace car jumps into the pits. Puts down, green is out. Take him through turn 1.
And here we go, Gold out in front, going into turn number 1. Right here by Stafford, that put 7 about a 10th or so, 2 tenths behind. Allen followed by right there in 3 tenths. So that's a close run right there in the front already. About a half second separates the top 5, and then Lightning 5th back there, almost a second behind the leader. And they're all running fairly decently close together. But most of the pack still 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. They're looking pretty good.
Yes, sir. Raymond Root, biggest move of the night so far, 29 positions as he just makes the move onto number 4, the 4th position. Still fighting back there. There you go. Now you can see him, number 69. And Raymond Root. Oh, my screen was saying 69, but I guess on screen here on the stream is saying number 8. That is the number 69 of Raymond Root.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Christian. We got a wreck of Brad Howden.
That indeed, as we go ahead and take out that yellow flag. No yellow. There is no yellow flag. I'm sorry. My mom's playing tricks on me. I am actually colorblind, so that green and yellow actually look fairly similar. They'll keep the green flag here. Raymond Root. Raymond Root battling in there for third. Joe Stafford and Thomas Gold are actually pulling away. They got about a second gap to the third place sitter, Jonathan Delaney. My bad.
Yeah, like I said, to keep an eye out for him, he just gained about 7 positions.
Indeed, he did. He's got a lead foot there. I like this competitive nature of this group so far. It's been some interesting racing. So we're on lap 58 of 156 at Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250 here in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, look there. Got someone getting loose. Oh. Camera guy taking us through some of those cars there. We saw somebody get loose down on that dog leg, but he was able to keep it under control, so I did not quite catch the number on that one. Congratulations to him, keeping it straight.
Yeah, now we've got a caution out.
Indeed.
Well, that's Barrett Coffee.
And it also
Not
was
sure
like
what happened.
Brian Brandon.
Alright, ooh, look. Number 4
Oof.
car. Sorry, who was that? Number 4. Number 4, Barrett Coffee. Yeah, looks like he got turned by the number 33. Oh, as the 7, I think that was. I didn't. 77? Was that the 77? I just barely missed that number. He comes through as the 39, jumps down the track. Losing control of that car, just slams into him. Big hit. So unfortunately, they'll have to go back to the pits and take a couple minutes of repair time. No fast repairs for these guys. There you see Thomas Gold is going to jump down to the pit lane. He last pitted, can't see, but I think it was lap 43. He might be getting some bad tire wear, so he's going to jump in, grab 4 tires, maybe 2. I would assume 4. Top off on some gas there.
Yeah, you talk about that fast repair. For anybody that doesn't know, that is basically a reset for your car if you wreck it. But this league is as realistic as possible and does not take that option that iRacing gives. They do not have a reset, so any damage they take, they will have to stay while their pit crew fixes it.
Yeah, I've had some of my time in pit lane waiting for my crew people to fix me up. Sometimes all you can do is just sit back in the chair and wait. Regroup on yourself, get back on track, and try it again. Joe Stafford will be taking over that first position, as you saw that Thomas Gold jumped down in the pit lane. So he take that first position and lead him through the green flag. I want to go ahead, take a moment to thank our sponsors here while we're still under caution. I can go ahead and pull that up. Davis Brothers Roofing has been providing homeowners and businesses with inspections roofing since 1983. Residential and commercial roofing in Tennessee. That is Davis Brothers Roofing. Also, our second sponsor, On Target Performance Group. Improve your business performance and business profitability, lower business costs, and get on track for continuous business improvement. All right, I do believe it is going to be pace lights out this time by. Unless race control goes ahead and gives them one more to go ahead and get things situated. There you go, pace lights are out. Stack them up 2 by 2. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I like the 2x2 restarts. I'm not a huge fan of the single file restarts, but some people love them. I don't. I am a 2x2 restart kind of guy because it just makes for fun and better racing for me. As we do have Stafford and Delaney on the front row, if I'm looking at that correctly.
That is correct.
As the
Stafford and
face lights are out.
I was gonna say Stafford.
Delaney, he's one of those that kind of stays toward the front. It looks like the pace lights are now out as they turn out of 4. Slowly, just wait for it and wait for it. It's coming. There goes the pace car. And hammer down. There we go. Just after the lead across the start-finish line, he's going to go up toward the wall. Into turn 1, he's going to lead us. As you see right there, Jonathan Delaney cuts down low to get behind him. And looking smooth as Stafford as he gets ready to go down the back straightaway out of 2 right there, and that's the dog leg. And it's always fun to watch him go through there. What do y'all think about that, Christian Tanner? What do y'all think about him riding through the dog leg?
Yeah, many people are opposed of the dog leg, but man, I love it. You can give you some exceptional racing. You choose to stay on the surface, or you can be a little daring and go across the track. But I love it. I'm a huge fan.
I'm gonna have to side with you on that one. It definitely makes for some interesting racing, and it also it has its dangers to it too. As you see, a lot of those guys coming out of that dog leg, it go way back up the track. If you're not careful and not having your situational awareness, you can come right back up and slam into somebody. And I was mentioning earlier, it is the shortest way around the track, as a lot of guys look for the shortest, but sometimes the shortest is not always the fastest way around the track. I like to see how some of these guys choose and pick and choose where they want to take these cars in the groove, find that fastest way around the track. Go ahead, James. What were you saying?
Yeah, I do apologize. I was just gonna piggyback with both of you guys and agree that the dog leg is definitely fun. But the one part for me is you mentioned, y'all mentioned going up and down and around and all that. The part though is in the turn, it's actually got that angle to it. So when you go down onto the apron, it's actually flat. So as you go down, you hit that little bump. And then when you go through the dog leg and then back up onto the track, you hit that bump again. So twice right there is a very high risk of being able to knock the car off balance or knock anything out of whack. Anything of the liking could cause that butterfly effect and just have one thing go wrong and then boom, you got a bad day because you decided to go down to the dog track, right? It's fun to watch, and for the most part, people do. These drivers do keep it under control, and they're able to get right back up on the track. But they also, as you said, Christian, they have to be very careful coming back across the top of that track because you never know who's going to be trying to take that outside and trying to make that pass. And next thing you know, you're both into the wall and your race is done. So it's definitely it's fun to watch, but also very risky.
You also gotta keep in mind that flat track, like you said, can also start wearing down your tires as you gotta turn more versus when you're on the banking. When you're on the banking, it doesn't take as much steering to keep that car around. So once you get down on that flat track, and look at that, you got number 13, Jonathan Delaney making a move onto Joe Stafford for that first position as he comes up from that dog leg. Sides right.
That was a nice move right there too. That was beautiful. That's good driving.
100%. You have some of these dreams. I would call them of making such a nice pass like that. I cannot. I cannot. All I can do is dream. Usually I'm one of those guys that likes to make those kind of 1 in a million passes or something as nice as that, and then next thing you know, I'm in the wall. So props to him for keeping that clean.
Also, that's my problem. Me and the wall get to know each other a little too quick, and I end up sitting the rest of the race in the pits.
But I wanna go ahead and shout him out. Number 13, 31 spots he's up. Oh, as we get the 69 car going around and get it.
Oof. Look out! Oh man!
Oh,
Just bring it
back there.
Go ahead, Tanner.
said that does bring out a yellow on lap 72. The question is who's going to pit and who's going to love that track position they have right now.
Yeah, that is a good question. Losing my thoughts here. Losing my thoughts.
That's all right.
here.
It happens. But right there, you see there's a little bump, and oof, then there's another collision, and then oh man, right there, just all sorts of cars piled up right there. There's several cars, hard to catch all the numbers, but you had 4 or 5 cars right there, and looks like Root did choose to take the tow, which is a we always talk about the perks.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, that front straightaway is just so narrow. You don't got much to come going into turn 1 with a slide like that. A lot of these guys don't see much other than that cloud of smoke. So coming out of that front straightaway, they're like, "Oh crap, gotta hit the brakes. see where he is." Hopefully, some of these guys got a good spotter and so like you were mentioning earlier, that's gonna bring a lot of these guys in the front here back into the pits. But as you see, Thomas Gold, he pit back in lap 60. He might have anticipated a little bit and seen that, something that we weren't, and got ready. So that way he's now back up into first position. So he's gonna take back over first position with Tim Trowbridge behind him in second, Randy Spivey in third, Lauren Jones in fourth, and running up your top 5, Mike Contino. Contino.
Mike Contino.
He's up 20 spots.
Yeah,
There you
for
go.
you Ford lovers, the top 5 is 4 Fords and 1 Chevy.
I personally like the Toyotas for the Cup cars. I like their look. I like their handling. I like their nose. A lot more flat than the Chevys. I do know that. And I'd like to see some Toyotas get up and make a run for some of these top spots here against these Fords.
Yeah, I'm a Ford dude. I'm a sucker for this thing.
I would say though, for production cars, I'm definitely a Ford guy. But definitely I like the looks of that Toyota Camry on the Cup cars.
Not gonna lie, I'm a Dodge man. I like Mopar.
Oh, he's a Dodge man, huh?
Yes, sir. My real life car is actually a Challenger. If there were Dodges on this iRacing, I would definitely be driving the Dodges.
Fortunately, no Dodges in the Cup Series. That's okay. You got Chevy to replace it.
They did away with it for some reason, but hey, they could deal with it. That's whatever they had going on.
That is true indeed.
Well, I'll take a moment if y'all guys are okay with it. I'd like to do a little tidbits. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I like to do that a lot. So I'm gonna. Well, we're almost back to greens. I'll hold off. I'll wait. I want to, jump
Get
over
it
the
next
green.
time. Pace lights are out. Thomas Skoll is going to lead the field. You know what, James? I'm going to let you go ahead and do this one too. I love that hammer down you do. Get him with that.
Well, thank you, sir, and I'll gladly take it away. Once we get that daggone pace car out of the way, of course they put a Ford out in front to let them lead him back.
What on the next
throw a shot out there?
The next question.
Throw a little shade on the Fords. And there goes the pace car right there. Is Thomas Cole, and Tim Trowbridge is going to lead us to the green flag and hammer down. Here we go. Thomas Gold is going to lead us into turn number 1. And there we go. And I believe we had a spin out, so we're already back to caution.
It looks like we had Joseph Lester, T.W. Garrett, J.C. Gibson, Barrett Coffey, Nicholas Breidenbach, Matthew Gaskins, and Derek Jacobs involved in that incident. Man, that's
Yeah.
Good call, Tanner. That was nice, man. I don't know how you kept up with everybody, but good job.
Thank you, sir.
Well, let's go ahead and see what happened here.
Let's
Might
take
be
a
a
look.
case of full tires. And there you go. Front car just spinning them right off the bat there. unfortunate. The number 9
Yeah,
gets spun
Connolly
around a
got
few
real
more
loose
times.
real quick, and the whole back of the pack back there is just everybody got involved, and that's a major unfortunate case of I have nowhere else to go.
Indeed, like you said, with this narrow track here, or with this narrow front straightaway, there's just nowhere to go on these restarts if you were to do that. So unfortunate, that's what we got here now.
I guess
Just
Connolly was not a fan of the hammer down, so he's like, I'm gonna just mess it up.
ah,
But
who could
all
not
jokes
be a
aside,
fan? Who could
all
not?
jokes aside, I really think that was just a bad case of cold tires and hammering it down a little too fast, and that's unfortunate for all those guys. Hopefully they can get everything fixed and back out on the track quick.
Yeah, as a driver who is spun out in my Bristol race on lap 1 because of cold tires, the whole front 6 in our league did it one time. It's a complete fluke. I feel for him because honestly, if you get on that gas, you have no control over it. Them Cup cars have way too much horsepower for them good years.
Oh,
Yes,
I
no.
agree 100%. These cup cars, they're light and with a lot of horsepower. So you got a lot of oomph behind that gas pedal, and you got cold tires, and you just slam down on that gas just a little too hard, and there goes your rear. So unfortunate. We'll go ahead and stack up behind this car. I wanted to go ahead and throw some shade out on this pace car. You know, we had the Ford Mustang out there a while back, and we got a new update to iRacing. We had a couple guys in my league last night. We were going hard on this pace car. I want the Ford Mustang back.
We all.
I don't understand. I don't like the sedan. Something about it just gets to me.
Yeah, it's way too generic for me. As we have a car killing our cone once again. Man, man.
I think the number 6 car there, he's gotten into it a couple times.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't know what that cone has done to make these guys mad, but I would like to know, so I know not to do it to them. I know I said that already. That needs to be said.
Yeah. I don't want trouble. I'm gonna start keeping a tally of who's kicking the cone and who's not.
And we'll start taking an over/under on Phoenix from now on of who's going to hit that cone the most.
They got this league does have a reward for the first, second, and third place finisher. I'm wondering if they should give an award for who can hit that cone the most.
Right?
You ain't kidding. And they also give out a podium award. That's all put on by On Target Performance Group. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Over and under, and it's a reward for the cone.
Like you said, On Target is one of their sponsors here. Improve your business performance and business profitability, lower business costs, and get on a track for continuous business improvement. You know what? That wasn't even intentional, but I want to say good job for the throw to that sponsor there.
Hey, I'm a good plug-in guy. I can slip one in every now and then.
All right, well, James, the pace lights are out. Let's go ahead and try this one more time.
All right. Now, where is the daggone pace car? We'll get to it. There it is. Okay. All right.
All right, and there you go. Thomas Gold taking that green flag. And right behind him, dropping down low.
Appreciate that, Christian. I do apologize. I'm all caught up now, but next time, hopefully, I'll get you there, bro. But we are now 2x2. We are 3 and 4 wide in some
Yeah, we
areas.
have a
back there by
yellow
the
flag
ball.
now. Randy's
And,
driving Chad Center.
Yeah, I saw that. That was, oof. Back there by the dog leg. That was crazy.
I'm
Do we have
wondering-
a case of the lines and disagreement in the lines with the dog?
I do believe so. Oh,
Yeah, I think so too.
just barely. Yeah, I think I didn't catch the number quite yet, but it looked like 22 maybe came up from that dog leg. And the guy right up there beside him wasn't quite expecting it. Got a little loose.
Yeah, it was the 22 of Randy Spivey, the 59 of Chad Center, and Nicholas Lake was also involved. That's
And the 59 there got loose and got up into the wall.
And the TW Garrett was able to barely get a margin of space through there to avoid that. There was a few that missed it, a few unfortunate lucky ones in there, unlucky ones that were unable to avoid it. But
All right, well, we got a couple cars jumping down in the pits. Go ahead and go through the field here. Quick second. So that's the 97 car. Thomas Gold sitting in first position. Right behind him is Tim Trowbridge in second position. Lauren Jones sitting in third. He's up 19 spots. Barrett Allen sitting in fourth. We got Joe Stafford sitting fifth. He's down 2 spots. He was up there in the front for a little bit. Good to see him back there. Mike Contino in
Yes, sir.
sixth. Yeah. He's sitting in sixth position. Dalton Mobley. He's up 22 spots, sitting in seventh right now. Jonathan Delaney, he's up actually 24 spots, sitting in eighth. Danielle Fink, she's up 25 spots. I believe that's our biggest mover tonight so far. She's sitting in ninth. Dean Weeks sitting in 10th, rounding off our 10th position, 18 spots up. Joseph Lester and back in 11th. He's up 1 spot. Chris Cloud, and I do believe that is the league admin there too. He's sitting in 12th. He's up 4 spots. Charles Eaton, he's 13th. Barrett Coffey, he's 14th. He's up 7 spots, sitting pretty good. Steve Corns, he's down 6 spots unfortunately, but he will round off our top 15.
and that's actually our winner from last week.
Yeah, I saw that. I'd like to see him go ahead and jump up, get back up to the front of the pack and make a run for this week. All right, pace lights are out. That was our top 15. Go ahead and stack them back up. Thomas Gold leads the way.
Rack 'em and stack 'em as Gold and Trowbridge would be on the front row. Not unusual. And we'll get through this caution here, y'all, and we'll try to get into another version of Crank It Up, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully we're not overutilizing it, but I don't think so. So we're gonna crank it up again as soon as we get done with the green flag start.
Never too much utilizing the turning up segment.
And there's the pace call.
All right, James,
And
take him away.
hammer down. Here we go. Looks like Trowbridge is out front just a little bit right here, but Thomas Gold is going to lead us into turn number 1 and back down into the back straightaway as you start to see the top 5 right there straightened out into single file racing. And there's a lot of cars still down on the apron there in the dog leg, but Gold is out in front. He's got the lead, hanging on to it right now, and he's got that fresh, clean air. So we'll get to the turn it up. And as I say that,
Big wreck
74 of Trowbridge did not hold that very well. Very. So we'll hold off on the crank it up because, well, they're not going to have it bumped up.
Dalton Mobley was also involved.
And that was Mobley. I was trying to figure out who that was beside him, but it was Trowbridge and Mobley involved right there, both into the wall.
I definitely want to go back and see that. That was a big hit. But yeah, oh good. I was gonna say, good thing that car did not go upside down. That was an enormous hit by the 77 there into the side of the 74.
That was definitely a major hit right there. And 1 second the hood's there, and next second it is not.
Now I don't know if any of these guys are racing in VR. I can tell you this, I do. And if I was that 74 car, I look to my left, and I see that 77 coming, all I'm thinking is please don't flip me, because that is a wild ride. And
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It is. And that was a wild and rough hit right there. Whew. That was brutal.
yeah, this it was. Oh, somebody just got into the pit wall there. 6th Barrett Allen will be the first one down in the pit lane.
Yeah, I believe that was Jonathan Delaney that got involved there. But that's the good thing about the sim racing. You know, you can see the hits like that, and then you know, everybody walks away from it. You know, we obviously don't know how these guys react in their home, but out on the track, of course, it being sim racing, nobody gets hurt. But,
I'm not quite
yeah, that
sure.
was a brutal hit into the wall.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Whether or not maybe he was still debating on whether or not he wanted to go in or what. Just maybe wasn't paying attention and bam, right into those water barrels there.
Yeah, you talk about Jonathan Delaney. That's unfortunate. He was making a move to the front after pitting last push. Man, he's missing his front end now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that a while ago, but as we were going through the field, I noticed there's a lot of damage here tonight. Like most of the vehicles, most of the cars already have damage. And, you know, as we are on lap 90, but there's still a lot of damage tonight, which is, for me, it's unusual for these guys. I don't know what's going on, but it's been a rough road so far.
As we were taking a look there at that number 11 car, is it just me? I hope it's not, because that was an amazing paint scheme there for the Cheetos.
On the
really
number 11, Lauren Jones.
Yes, sir.
I'm a fan of any car with a paint scheme that has food on it.
Oh, we like our food here.
Stand out.
And it's actually telling me that Barrett Coffee also crashed in lap 90. That was after the caution had already been out on lap 2.
Barrett Coffee. Let's see if we can. Oh no, what happened to him?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
Looks like he just pulled off track. Just parked it.
Maybe a mechanical issue?
Might be a case of Iris and not knowing what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe him and the crew chief were having some words about pitting or not pitting, and well, he pitted, so
There you go.
I guess the crew chief won. Looks like we'll get ready to go back to green flag here on lap 92. Christian, you want this or you want me to take it again?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take this one. Pace car lights are out. Usually go in here to turn 3. Make their way around 3 and 4. Oh, pace lights are back on. Looks like they're gonna go ahead and let everybody catch back up after that huge wreck.
Get a rack, get a little rack 'em and stack 'em action going on here. 2x2 again.
Yeah, you were mentioning that there's a lot of cars out there missing some of their front bumpers, but I think that's the number 79 car. He's no front bumper. You know what? Props to him. He's up 20 spots. No front bumper. He's making himself known. All right, pace car lap as the number 9 car, I believe that is, goes down and attacks that cone, that pit lane cone. All right. Well, how about let's give Tanner a try. Go ahead and get him.
Thank you, Chris. Well, we saw that number 6 dive down and try to finish off the cone, but he missed. But as we got the pace car with the lights out coming out of turn 4 right here with Thomas Gold, 97 Ford Mustang, and 57 Joe Stafford Chevrolet Camaro on the front. As the pace car is off, and we have a green flag. Thomas Gold is getting a huge push from that 9. Joseph Leslie, man, oh man, that was excellent. That 57 of Joe Stafford staying right in there though on his outside as Thomas Gold gets car advantage. Go ahead, James.
And as they go into the dog leg, you see right there that Gold stays out in front. Stafford and Lester both went down as they ride side by side. And then they get to the, and as I said, they get to the 3 and 4 and decide to get in single file. But you got the top 5 or 6 right here, single file, and then you got some 2x2 action in the back of the pack. So hopefully we can stretch them out right here and get some good racing going. These last few laps has been caution filled.
Caution field indeed. There's a lot of competitive guys out here, all trying to make their way up to the front of the pack. You see Joe Stafford in a 57, still on the bumper of Thomas Gold.
Yeah, it's good he's getting that bumper action too, because that'll help him pull through, and you know, it helps him with the draft and helps him get a little bit faster, because that clean air is definitely pulling Gold a little bit faster than everybody else with the dirty air. So we'll definitely check him out. Hopefully we can get that slingshot or something going on. A little Ricky Bobby action. Slingshot, Bobby.
Slingshot engage. Joseph Lester, though, number from bumper, trying to stay in that draft to keep the guys in front of him pulling. Well, let's say that Charles Eaton, he's making a run on that number 9. So number 79 there jumps down to the dog leg.
I tell you what, that dog leg is still fun to watch. No matter how many laps we run, it's fun to see who decides to go down there and who doesn't.
All right, lap number 98 with 156 of Davis Brothers Roofing. ISM 250. Davis Brothers Roofing is one of their sponsors here. As they've been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptions roofing service since 1983. Residential and commercial roofing in Tennessee. It's Davis Brothers Roofing. So we got some green flag running here. I'm trying to look at
turn it up a little bit.
I'll be in mind here. You guys want to go ahead and listen to these engines?
Oh, we got a yellow flag.
Oh, never mind. I can say that.
They just don't want us to do it, guys. They don't want us to do it.
That's your number 3 Chevrolet Camaro of Steve Darkdarius.
I was gonna say, these guys must be listening into this broadcast or something, because they must be hearing, "Oh, turn it up." No, I don't think so.
No, we're gonna leave it turned down and let you guys keep talking.
Hey, well, at least somebody wants to listen to my voice. As I said, my voice cracks. Great timing all around.
Back to the childhood. I don't know what happened.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Ooh, into the wall. Looks like he walked coming out of 4 and just through the wall. Oof, that's unfortunate right there, and a brutal hit.
Fortunately, I would like to jump on board in that car and see, because right now there's not too much damage, but yeah, as you see there, as we jump on board, definitely some damage. See what he's seeing. He was loose, trying to overcorrect.
Oh. Yeah, he did. Oh,
just gets.
Yeah, he just lost it coming out of 3 and into 4. I mean, you could just hear the tires start squealing on him all of a sudden. And as you said, he just tried to, put that a little too much overcorrection on it, and it just did not work out. The tail end was already too far off, and he was off track and off rhythm more or less. He was still on the track. He was off rhythm, and yeah, he just collided into that wall, and that was a beautiful sight. So thanks to our producer for that. That was, ouch.
Yeah,
I think I got whiplash watching that.
Thank God I'm not in that VR headset. It'd be a while. Regardless if you started spinning, that's besides being. But like you said, this is iRacing. It's a simulation, not out there real life, so he will be able to walk away cleanly from that one at the end of the day. It's one thing I do like.
You guys want me to give you a little break for a second and go over some tidbits while we're at this caution?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, you guys can grab a sip of water because I'll be just a couple of seconds too. So for you guys, this is Phoenix Raceway, and as I'm sure it was mentioned, but I was late, so I'm gonna do me anyway. But we've got a couple of records for you, and right now the fastest qualifying lap record was in November of 2015, and that was Jimmy Johnson with a 25.14 second lap at a speed of 146.308 miles an hour. Your fastest race time was in November of 1999, so quite a while back. That was 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 28 seconds with an average speed of 118.13 miles an hour. And that was Mr. Some people hate him, some people love him, but that was Mr. Tony Stewart. And also on the side here, we had Days of Thunder. A lot of it was filmed here. Of course, it was filmed throughout a lot of the tracks through NASCAR, but this one is one of the best ones, as Days of Thunder is one of the greatest race movies to ever live. Even though it did come out in 1990, it is still yet one of the greatest race movies ever. So that is just a few little tidbits that I like to research before I call the race at any given track, and I hope you guys enjoyed those.
I got a couple things to say off those. 3 in particular. One people might not like. But first, I'll go ahead and start off. They need to start doing some tracking on these cones. As you see the number 9 car, the 6 car rather, going back down to take that cone out. They did it on the last lap. And he goes down and takes it out again.
I think it's that one on purpose.
Yeah, number 2 real quick before the pace car jumps into the pits. Tony Stewart's actually one of my favorite drivers. He doesn't really race anymore. If anything, he does more dirt than he does anything else. Still one of my favorite drivers of all time. And as we go green, I'll say my 3rd. Hold on. Go ahead and take him, James.
And hammer down. There we go. The number 6, Bennett Allen, slingshots his way down the front straight away like he shot out of a cannon. He got on that one way before anybody else. He definitely took off right there. So that was wow.
wow indeed.
Wasn't expecting that.
He took out that cone and he was ready to go.
He got a little booty juice from that cone.
Starting to look like Mario Kart up in here.
Yeah, he's got another yellow flag. Sorry for the interruption, Christian, but Charles Eaton and Nicholas Brodin.
No problem. Thank you for interrupting me as I go on my little tangent. Good call out, by the way.
Yeah, I've worked with Tanner a little bit, and he's got that eye. I don't know how he does it, but he finds these accidents all over the track. I mean, I love him for it because I'll miss him. I'll get focused on somebody, and I'm one track mind.
That looked like a case of netcode. Thank you, James, for the compliments.
It is.
No, you're good. I'm just letting you know you're doing a good job, buddy.
As you saw, 75 taking a little wild ride there.
Then took the 24 with him there for a little bit. I think that was the 24. But so part 3, Christian.
Number 3, and a lot of people are probably going to be upset with me on this one. But to my disadvantage, I was born in '98, so Days of Thunder was actually, like you said, it was out. It came out in 1990. I've yet to see Days of Thunder, but I will say it is one of my top movies to be seen. It's right up there. I've heard a lot of good things. I've seen some clips here and there, and the fact that Tom Cruise, he does a lot of good movies, and one of the other reasons why it's so far up on my list to see. And I'm sure I'll get some backlash. What? You haven't seen Days of Thunder? Because of that, you know what? Tonight after this race, you know what I'll be doing? Go take my butt to Hulu. I'm gonna go watch Days of Thunder tonight after this race.
Yeah, Days of Thunder is one of the good ones, and I haven't seen it in quite a while. And you mentioned you were born in '99. I was born in '84, so I've got quite a few years on you.
It's 98, but it's still close.
98. I'm sorry.
You're good.
But it's definitely a great movie to watch. It's the plot alone is great, but it's also got a lot of action in it as well. There's some great lines that you'll hear a lot of racers. You know, you'll watch the movie and be like, oh my God, I've heard that before. And, you know, a lot of racers still quote that movie as how good it is. Here it is 30 some years later and people are still quoting it. And as far as your Tony Stewart, man, I never really like hated the guy, but I never really was a huge fan of him either. But I will say this, I could never beat him on NASCAR Heat. I,
I've heard a lot of things about Tony Stewart always being so good on heat. So good.
Man, he is one amazing driver when it comes to those dirt tracks. And honestly, I think that might be why he left NASCAR, is because he is so much better on dirt tracks. He is unbelievably good on dirt tracks. And I've actually seen some footage of him driving like in real life. He's that good, man. He is the dude on dirt tracks.
Well, so on the topic of Tony Stewart itself, so there are a couple reasons why I like him so much. One, obviously, last name. Both got the same last name, same spelling, everything right. But number two, he's definitely a character. It's one of the top characters out there for drivers. He's got a temper, but he's also got a funny side to him. So it's definitely a good.
Hey man, I like any racer that's got the temper and the flair and the just any kind of humor really along to go with that mixture. So that's always a good. That's why I kind of like Kyle Busch a little bit. He's a scrapper. He likes to fight when somebody makes him mad on the track. So he don't want to destroy his car, but he'll mess up somebody's face.
All right, yeah, definitely. Well, pace car there goes down as Bennett Allen and Lauren Jones take green flag as they go down into turn one.
And Allen goes shot out of a cannon again as you see Thomas Gold come flying around Lauren Jones as they get ready to go into one. He got a little loose in the dog leg right there, but he manages to hold on to it as Jones did go low. But here we go, and everybody's starting to act to racing again.
Mike Contino, he's up 21 spots up there, sitting in fourth place. He's making a run down number 11 of also Joe Stafford right beside him making a move. A lot of that's Bennett Allen almost getting into I missed the number there. I think that was the 24 car getting into some lap traffic. They'll keep it straight, they'll keep it green as they keep going around here, going down the front straightaway. Thomas Gold still making a run there on Bennett Allen. He's looking to take back that spot.
I think he's ready to fight for that spot. He's ready to come through and take it back.
Indeed, you know what? If I was him and my mind was the same as his, I'd be thinking, you know what? These past few restarts, you've been shooting out like a cannon, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna take this spot back. I'm gonna take this race under control.
Yeah, if you're gonna talk about this race, can we get the ticker back up? I think the wreck may have kicked it out. But anyways, the 97 is still dominating.
There we go. Yep. So you see, we're on lap 112, 156 of the Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250. And like you said, Tanner, definitely, he has been very dominant. He's led most of this race. Thomas Gold there. Let's see.
So as we approach roughly 40 laps to go, you guys want to go ahead and get those picks in?
James, you did not bring that on. Man, you know how many drivers returned tire picks in this race. This series.
Hey, did you miss it? I actually picked the winner last week.
Yeah, no, I was in here. I picked like the third or fourth place car, sadly.
So I think we may have helped out a little bit, but I don't want to go into my own horn, but Sandra Cornish was in third at the time, and he was able to finish it off. And so I feel like we should keep it going. Tanner?
I'm saying that Ben Holland's a little loose, but I'll go ahead and take that pick. I'm gonna go with the 97 Thomas Gold. Despite he's in the lead, I've been talking about him all daggone night. How can I not pick him?
You know what? I'm gonna have to side with you on this one as he's pulling out a 2.5 second gap. I've been watching him all night. He's been out there almost all night, and he's been very dominant. So I think I'm gonna back you up on that one too, Tanner. I'm gonna take my pick as the 97 Thomas Gold.
I hate to be the oddball here, but I think this one's going to come down to a wild finish. And I'm going to have to go with my man Stafford riding in that P3 spot, that 57 Chevy.
There you go.
Man, a few words on this pick. I'm just gonna let that ride.
Well, no,
But I think there is going to be a wild finish, though. This one's going to be wild.
this whole race has been very, very competitive and wild to begin with. So I would not let down a wild finish. As you see, the number 6 there getting a little loose coming out the dog leg, and Joe Stafford, your pick there, James, make a run, pick up that second position.
And look at the move right here. That's the 57 up step. Yeah, look at that.
I'll start him by mine.
I missed that for a second. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I was just saying that we've actually got a pick of our own in the Facebook chat. We've actually got a couple. We got Brandy Eaton and Garfield with Glass. Go Eaton for Charles Eaton in that 75 Ford. Well, we appreciate you guys. And also, Wanda Blevins Sowell is yelling, "Go Joseph Lester." And that's the number 9 Chevy. So we appreciate you guys coming in and joining us. If y'all want to continue to make some predictions, bring your friends in, have them make a prediction. We're always welcoming predictions from the fans. And we appreciate you guys watching us here on Facebook Live on Sim Racing Media.
Don't forget about YouTube as well, Sim Racing Live. We got Paul saying, "Get him, Grinder, 7 Jacobs." I believe that's going to be his pick. Brian saying the number 40. Oh, no, never mind. That was in response to Austin. How many laps are left? My apologies.
Yeah, I appreciate that YouTube backup. I always seem to forget about the YouTube page. I've got to make a note of that from now on. Like, I always I keep forgetting the daggone YouTube page, daggone.
Yeah. Well, as you see there, the number 57 was able to take over that second place spot of who was defending off. Ben and Allen defending off that 57, but able to make that move done. I was gonna say a couple laps back, I was biting my nails there for a second as the 57 went up into the back of Bennett there. Looking like, almost looking like he wanted to turn him out of his, as legend racer Dale Earnhardt used to do. So, but good to see. Did not move him out of his way. Kept it clean. Kept it sportsmanlike.
There's a
It sounded like somebody got loose.
Bennett Allen. That is the number 6. He has been fighting this car this whole run. He has been getting loose several times.
You see, yep, Bennett Allen there getting loose. A lot of these guys pitted last on lap 100. Up into the wall, hard wreck. Yeah, like you're saying, it looked like he just got loose. Last time he pit was lap 89. And Phoenix can definitely be a place where tire wear is a huge thing, and it just looks like maybe tire wear got the best of him as he comes loose.
Definitely. Lauren Jones did a good job right there, keeping himself from getting involved in that. Looks like there's going to be a lot of takers on pit road here.
It's going to be a busy place. Oh, somebody getting loose. Oh, coming down too hot in the pit lane. Watch those brakes. Kept it clean though. Oh, and somebody slams into the pit wall. Yikes. I did not catch the number on that one though.
All lead lap cars from 16th to 1st just went on pit road. So everybody's going to have a fresh set of tires.
Did look like the pack was kind of bunched or spread out there, so it's not going to be very competitive out here on this pit lane, but still some spots to be taken here. So you see Mike Contino first out of his pit box there. Do not remember what the pit lane speed limit here was, but obviously it looks like it's about 45 or 50 miles an hour. Definitely a slow pit lane.
45 miles an hour for pit road and 55 for pace car.
There you go.
And I also want to correct myself. Seba Cornez in first place stayed out. He last pitted on lap 100.
There you go. We're sitting at 125 of 156 of the Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250 in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right, and he did pit 25 laps ago, so that might actually have worked out for him, because that will put him up front.
That is gonna be 25 laps though on old tires, so I'd like to see what's gonna happen here on this restart. These old tires and the guys behind them. Unless he stayed out for the waiver round, I do not believe he did. It does look like he's on the lead lap, so it doesn't look like he went in for tires. He's here on the restart. Gonna make things interesting here for Thomas Gold and Bennett Allen.
Yeah, I'm also getting that info from race control and it's into the coach chat. It sounded like someone came in at 77 miles an hour in your pit road. Like,
Wow.
I think catch what car it was, but sadly Randy Spivey got caught up in it. He got rear-ended.
I did see that as they were coming pit road. Somebody speeding down there. I didn't quite make the number, like you said. Definitely 77 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour is definitely pretty fast for a 45 mile an hour pit lane.
Yeah, that's just a bit overboard.
Somebody's got to have the cops out there getting ready to pull over. So he is going to race. I don't know how far the cop will get. As the pace car jumps down in the pit lane, see the corns here, gonna take that green flag. Manages well, holding off Joe Stafford there behind him. Joe Stafford looking to take him in on the inside as Thomas Gold goes out the outside. He gets around him cleanly. Good job for those guys to get around, see the corns there. Cleanly on the old tires.
Yeah, those boys come around him quick, fast, in a hurry, like he was sitting still. With Gold and Stafford now out in front, they're pulling out single file, and Gold's out getting that clean air. Stafford might be trying to make a move here shortly. And then they're going to go down single file down to the dog leg, and Gold's a little bit further out in front of Stafford. But I don't know. I'm still liking Stafford. Gonna stick with that pick.
All right, well, as long as your pick doesn't get into my pick, I think we'll be fine. I think Tanner can agree there too.
Right?
Well, as you see, Bennett Allen and that number 6 car able to pass to the corns. I want to mention he was the one that brought out that last caution. So good job to him. He made it back up here to the top 3, or top 4 rather. Yeah, top 3.
Yes, and he's battling that wheel too. Like, he was, he got around, and it's just, a lot of guys think, well, maybe it's just a little bit of steering movement. Now, there's a lot of arm movement going on in there with that steering wheel. That's a steady fight. That's a steady battle from opening green flag to the last checker. It's a battle in there, and those arms are getting worked out by these guys right now. We're on lap 130 of 156. We got 26 to go, and we've had a pretty rough race so far, but hopefully we can keep it clean for a while, as y'all's pick is out in front. Mine's running right there in P2. And they are quite a ways out in front of the rest of the pack. So they're moving.
Just about 5 seconds from that lead car. Matthew Gaskin's making his way up. 23 spots he is. 23 spots. He's out in 4th position, making a run there for the top 3. Barrett Coffee, looking at number 4, Barrett Coffee. He was tangled up in a wreck earlier. He's made his way up to the top 5, so good job to him. He's up 16 spots from his original grid placement.
Looks like Corn just fell back from the lead back to 7th now in that Toyota Camry.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if that option to stay out might be biting him in the butt now.
Yeah, definitely. I possibly would think that. Yeah, that could have been a bad play right there, but you never know. We'll see how it works out. But doesn't look like he played out too well for him there. As he has definitely lost that lead big time. And there's Randy Spivey. He's riding in P10 right now.
Let's see the points. The only thing I could think of is maybe he was thinking that by another caution to come out, he'd be able to jump down in the pit road. That, or he's thinking they might be fighting up there in the front and might cause a big one here at the closing end of this race. As you see, Thomas Gold, he's up, still in first. He's made about a 2-second gap between him and Joe Stafford. Behind him, about 6.5 seconds to third place. There you see Joe Stafford sitting in second. Matthew Gaskin's making the move done to bring him up to 24 spots up from his original grid placement, sitting in third.
That's a big movement.
That is, and I do believe that is our biggest move. Eric Coffey sitting in fourth. Look right behind him, Joseph Lester sitting in fifth. That's rounding off your top five. Dean Weeks behind them about two seconds or so. He's up 22 spots and sitting in sixth. Andy Spivey sitting in seventh. He's actually on his where he originally gridded. Bennett Allen dropped back. Saw him up in the front there. He's now sitting in eighth. Oh, as we said, he's 24, just being barely able to make it by him. Good situational awareness. Now he's going to bring out the caution.
Yeah, oh yes, there's caution. I'm sorry.
There is caution. 19, yes, there is a caution. 19 laps to go. They'll go ahead and bring it down just a bit. And we'll go ahead and stack them back up 2 by 2. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah, he got loose right there, and honestly, it didn't affect anybody, didn't hit anybody, which was good, but you know, still brought the caution up.
All right, well, with 19 laps to go, I want to go ahead and read out our sponsors one last time, as I'm assuming we're going to have some action-packed racing with 19 laps to go. First one is Davis Brothers Roofing. It has been providing homeowner businesses with inspections, roofing services since 1983, residential and commercial roofing in Tennessee. It's Davis Brothers Roofing. That's also the name of this race. It's Davis Brothers Roofing ISM 250. So there you go. Our second sponsor is On Target's Performance Group. Improve your business performance, business profitability, lower business costs, and get on track for continuous business improvement. Those are your 2 sponsors for today. 18 laps to go. Thomas Gold still out there in first position as he's looking to get that $5 on that pole position. Not too far behind him is Matthew Gaskins, up 25 spots. Your biggest mover of the night.
I like those big movers, the ones that start back toward the rear and end up in the top 5 throughout the whole week, just up there.
Yeah, indeed. You know, I've had so much trouble recently in some of my races. I love being the underdog, you know.
Being the underdog is always the best place. Well, sometimes it can be the best place to be, but sometimes it is just not, because you know it's just a bad day. But you get those ones, you know, they start, you know, 30 plus and end up in the top 5 for the whole race. You know, sometimes that can end up being better than that P1. Of course, everybody wants the P1 victory and being able to get that checker flag and the burnout and everything else, and of course the money to go with it. But sometimes just being able to work your way up to the front from starting in the rear, that's just as satisfying. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong.
No, oh. I was gonna say, like you were saying, coming from the rear, making your way all the way up to the top 5 there, and even in contention for a podium finish, it's definitely rewarding. But you've also got to battle through a lot of those wrecks in the back there. Sometimes that can be difficult. So congratulations there for Matthew Gaskins making up 25 spots and battling through a lot of those cautions in the previous laps.
That's right.
All right, Tanner. Well, as we're taking the green flag here shortly, you want to go ahead and lead us up there?
Yes. Wait, say that again, please. I was getting interrupted by some outside stuff.
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead and take
Alright,
it.
pace car is off. We got Thomas Gold and 79 of Matthew Gaskin's gonna take this. As the green flag is out, and once again that 9 machine of Just Lester now has a bumper. It's giving a huge shove to that 97 Thomas Gold. They get a demanding lead. Oh my goodness, that is 5 tenths already. And the 97 of Thomas Gold is getting pressure from the number 9. And Christian, go ahead.
Well, just as you say, we got someone going out. Joe Stafford going out down that dog leg, spinning out. Oof, loose coming out of turn. Getting loose coming out of turn 2. And that will bring out the caution.
Yeah, well, we're trying to find this wreck. I'm gonna file a broadcaster's curse.
Yep, that's why I was like, dang it. There it is. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah,
Please forgive me. I am so sorry.
There you go. You see, like I was saying previously, going down that dog leg, you just come back up, and you're unfortunately just slamming up into the car. That was not a case of getting loose. That was just unfortunate surroundings as he comes back up to get back on the surface.
Yeah, that was that case of bump and go right there.
Indeed. Unfortunate events. You saw Joe Stafford getting into some trouble there, and like you were just saying, commentator's curse. That's James Picks right there.
Yes, I hope he doesn't get upset with me about that. Daggone. But we still got a few laps to go though. He can still battle his way to the front. So this thing ain't over. So hopefully he can get into the pits, get his car fixed up, and get back out there and battle his way back to the front. As he's riding 16th, I believe, right now. So hopefully he can fight his way back up to the front. Hopefully he hasn't used that fast repair yet, and he can use it here and get back out there.
Actually, I do believe they don't have fast repairs.
Oh, they don't have fast repairs tonight?
I do not believe so.
No,
Could
this
be
is
that.
a realistic league with 0 fast repairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for correcting me on that. I was wrong.
But like you were saying, commentator's curse. We got 2 guys with the pick on number 97, Thomas Gold. So, if anything, commentator's curse, we got it doubled for Thomas Gold.
Well, that could be either a case of double the whammy, or they could cancel each other out and help them out. You know, I mean,
we shall see.
Either way, we'll see how it goes here in about 12, 13 laps.
Indeed. All right, well, let's go ahead and run through the top 5 at least as as I say, that number 9 car going down and slamming into that pit exit cone. Number 97, Thomas Gold, leading it off, sticking in that first position. Joseph Lester sitting in 10th. He's up to 10 spots. Matthew Gaskins right behind him, up 24 spots. Still, I believe, the biggest mover. Barrett Kofi sitting in 4th. Chad Sanner sitting in 5th. That's rounding off your top 5. Dan Weeks, he's sitting in 6th, up 22 spots. Randy Spivey, he's sitting in 7th. Warren Jones sitting in 8th. They're sitting in 14 spots. Barrett Allen, he's up 2 spots and sitting in 9th. And Daniel Fink up 24 spots, actually tied with the biggest mover tonight, sitting in 10th. Laps to go. We'll go ahead and stack them back up. Pace car lights are off.
Time to rack them and stack them.
Yes, sir. 2x2. James, you want to go ahead and hammer them down? 11 laps to go.
Sure. If you insist, twist them on. I'm totally kidding, bud. All right, there goes the pace car. Excuse me. And hammer down. There we go. Thomas Cole is going to lift across the start finish straight and into turn number 1. And that's going to be a beautiful turn right there. They go 3 and 4 back, but out in front, Thomas Gold and Joseph Lester is going to be the ones to battle it out. As you see, a lot of cars are taking it down on the dogleg right there. They're 3 wide on the backstretch going in there. We've got turned action. Oh, but he controlled it. Kept control. He got loose. I could not catch the number on who that was, but
You got a yellow,
and we got more action.
Leo Bonacasa, Tyler Connolly, and Charles Eaton were all involved.
Unfortunate for those guys there. So we're coming to a close in the last 10 laps here. Some hard racing. All these guys want to get up front. Oh, and the one gets loose again. Slams into that wall with the 75. I believe. Oh no, you see what I see? There's a lot of black smoke coming out of that 88 car.
Yes. He's already 5 laps down. Brutal.
That's unfortunate. That's going to probably be the end of his race. A lot of black
Very
smoke.
unfortunate.
All right, we got 8 laps to go. Under caution here, the Davis Brothers roof and ISM 250. On board here, watching number 79 and Matthew Gaskin. 24 spots up. Great battle from him tonight.
Oh yes, definitely. He's definitely been battling all night, and now up in the front. But the man to beat right now is Mr. Thomas Gold in that 97. He's still sitting out front.
A lot of banged up cars. A lot of them still going. And one of them is Matthew Gaskins that we just mentioned. He's, like you said, still sitting up there in 3rd position. It's a great effort by him. As you see, no front end, no bumper. If you weren't sure, that's a Ford. You can't see it, but that is a Ford. He's up 24 spots.
Who needs a bumper?
There's just more air going right into your radiator, okay? Keeping that car cool. 4 wheels and an engine, he can still make it run. All right. We're closing here, 7 laps to go. 153, the Davis Brothers roof and ISM 250. Thomas Gold still out in front. Joseph Lester there in
7
second.
laps are going to be fun.
They are. It's been a crazy ride so far, and I've been so happy to be brought in the booth with you guys, James and Tanner. Glad you guys could make it.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. Sorry I was late, but I'm here just, trying to lend a hand, help you out. You're doing a fantastic job, man. Doing a great job, Christian.
Also, I appreciate it. And like I said, better late than never. Fashionably late, as they like to call it. Gotta make an entrance, right?
That's right.
All right. Pace lights are out. They're gonna stack up 2 by 2. Joseph Lester on the outside of Thomas Gold.
Yeah, we're gonna that go green with 5 to go. So it's gonna be very, very interesting.
I'm also wondering if they're gonna end up bringing out a green-white checkered is the way that they've been battling all night. It's always some exciting racing with the green-white checkered, so we'll have to see what is in store with us. All right, pace car is in. Thomas Gold with an enormous lead as he takes the green flag. Send him down into turn 1, why don't you? Joseph Lester shortly behind him in that Chevy. Second position. Also, you got Matthew Gaskins sitting in third. He's battling out that third spot position, trying to hold off from Bennett Allen as Bennett Allen goes around the outside, makes that pass move. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Oh, you saw that number 6 car there get a little loose coming out of turn 4. They're gonna keep going side by side here for the battle for third. And it looks like Matthew Gaskins is gonna let off just a little bit. Doesn't want to get into any trouble. 4 laps to go. You know, this battle for third, it's heating up.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. As Gaskins and Allen and Lester all up there battling, we jump in with Jones back here, and he's in P6, trying to take over P5. There's just a couple laps left. Is this top 4 or 5? And they're gonna get real tight here.
Yes, sir, with 3 laps to go. It's been one heck of a race, as you see. Lauren Jones going to the outside. Can he make the pass? No, he's gonna fall back.
He looks real loose.
Oh, we gotta slide out here in the front stretch. He's gonna bring out the caution. It's the 59 of Chad Sanner. Unfortunate. Joe Stafford as well, caught up in the mess. And the commentator's curse, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely. Man,
Let's look. Oh,
let's check in, see what happened.
unfortunate. Looks like he might have just
Yeah,
gotten loose. Oh,
looked
he's
like
gonna get
Horns
back
tried to
into
go-
57.
It looked like Horns tried to go around, and he just kind of went up on top of him right there, and they both went into the wall.
So he tries to turn that car right around and gets him somebody. As well. 3 laps to go. This is gonna bring out a green white checkered.
I
If they
believe
take
there's 2 of those. 2 attempts, correct?
Tanner, is that correct?
Coming in?
Missed that one. Is that 2 attempts for the green white checkered?
That's correct. There are 2 attempts at a green white checkered.
Okay. All right.
That's why I love working with Tanner. He's very knowledgeable on this stuff. And he's always right there with those facts that we might need. I'm just like, hey, Tanner.
Thank you to him.
Leave sitting around. You only need it when you need. You only use it when you need it. Hey, there.
Mm-hmm. But either way, we're glad to have you up in here in the booth. Let's see.
Also, everyone, please make sure to like and follow on Facebook for Sim Racing Media, and also subscribe on YouTube and share your link for both. Don't miss any Sunday Night NASCAR action.
So thank you, Tanner. Been so action-packed up here at this SNN. Almost forgot about plugging the streams. So good catch on
Right.
that one.
And this thing has been wild.
A wild race indeed. So we got green, white, checkered. And as rules of NASCAR, if there's a caution before the white flag is taken, they will rack it back up and try it again. But if the leaders take the white flag, there will be no caution, and they'll be left to go take the checkered flag. So, as we got, I believe there's one pace lights go off. Joseph Thomas Gold, rather, sorry. Thomas Gold still out there leading. Joseph Lester right behind him. Bennett Allen in third. Matthew Gaskins fourth. Barrett Kofi fifth. Lauren Jones in sixth. Dean Weeks in seventh. Steve Dardares in eighth. Mike Contino in ninth, and Danielle Fink in 10th. There's your top 10 there. As the pace lights go out. Stack
And
them up
this
2
green
by
white
2.
checker finish is going to be wild.
Yeah. like we said, a bunch of competitive guys here. This is not just, you know, some chill out league. There's a lot of guys here that want that first place finish. Again, at number 6, car going down, taking out that pit lane cone.
He must have a personal vendetta against I don't know what happened, but he's been smacking it every chance he gets. That might be the last chance right there, because you know we got this green white checker going on.
All right. Thomas Gold leading the pack, leading the field. Pace lights are out. Stack them up 2 by 2. You see the 6 there. He's getting real close to that number 97's bumper as 97 gets a huge jump, takes that green flag, and I'm down into turn 1 for this green white checker.
And Thomas Gold does lead us into turns 1 and 2. Out in front of Joseph Lester by about 3/10, so he jumps out in front again, which is kind of routine the last 3 or 4 caution flags. You know, going back to greens we've had, but Thomas Gold has definitely got the speed right now.
He does. 2 wide going down this front straightaway for the battle for 3. All right, and there's the white flag. That is no more cautions if they wreck here. No cautions as they battle it out.
Can Bennett Allen make that move and get caught up to Thomas Gold as they go down through the dog leg and
2,
down to
3,
the
and
back
4.
straightaway?
And there you go, Thomas Gold.
He's going to
Just
come out
over
of
a
turn
second
4.
gap, and he takes that P1 victory with Bennett Allen just behind him. And Matthew Gaskin is our unofficial race results. And good race here.
Because Gold come out of 4 right there on the front stretch and almost got into the wall, but managed to hold on to it and get across the start-finish strike in first place.
All right. Top 3, Thomas Gold, Bennett Allen, and Matthew Gaskins. Congratulations to those guys. We'll go ahead. Are they doing interviews for the top 3?
Yes, sir. We will get the top 3 interviewed, starting with Gaskins, then Allen, and then the winner, Gold.
All right. Tanner, you want to do third place finisher?
Sir, I will take that away. I'll get the 79 of Matt Gaskins. You got it? Matt, this is Tanner now with SRM. You got a copy? Matthew Gaskins, you got a copy?
Might have to go back to him.
Come back to him in just a moment. Go ahead and take our second place, Christian or James, if you'd like to.
I'll go ahead and take it.
All right.
All right. Looks like we are missing Bennett Allen, so let's go ahead and try and get our first place winner here, Thomas Gold, into the Discord. Thomas Gold, this is Christian, James, and Tanner up. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going good, but I want to ask you, how is it going? How you feeling there with that first place finish?
I'm pretty good, man. What a race.
Race indeed. You've been up there pretty much all day. So how's it feel, man? What's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, I don't, I mean, I wasn't really expecting to win this. There was a lot of heavy shooters out there, and you know, I knew I had a challenge coming in here. I ran a couple NIS races, and I was top 5 in those races. But I know these guys here in this league, they're a lot faster. Um, Unfortunately, just a couple of them got involved in a couple of wrecks. So um, I had a little help from other people. But yeah, this is an unexpected win. I am really happy though. I don't even know what to say.
Well, me and Tanner are actually the ones to pick you here, and we were worried about this commentator's curse thing that's been floating around. So we're glad to see you out there in on victory lane, and not back in the pits with some damage due to commentator's curse. Um, but great race overall. Very from what we saw, very demanding lead for most of that race. Seemed like you had a lot of things under control and whatnot. But yeah, is there anybody you want to go ahead and shout out? Sponsors? Any fans out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to first and foremost give a shout out to my wife and my newborn son. She gets to watch him while I get to race, so I know there's a lot of things that I don't see when I put on the VR masks. So a huge shout out to her and a thank you to her for letting me be able to do this. I also like to thank my guys at Imperial Motorsports. Tim Trowbridge, he was racing tonight. Brad Haldane. Man, they do a lot behind the scenes in order to make this 97 car go fast. So a huge shout out to them. Hopefully Brad and Tim's luck can turn around and we can get some more podiums with them. But yeah, huge shout out to them. I'd also like to thank Chris Cloud with the admin of this league. He does a fantastic job. He's pretty open with the communication and with driver talent and bringing in good drivers. So I know maybe tonight's not a good representation, but I promise you he's pretty stand-up guy. He does a great job. And then I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this show.
And thank you. I want to say, and honestly, from what we saw, it was a great race competition. Y'all drove hard, so did fine on my books. But thank you, appreciate it, and go burn it down, man. Go celebrate.
Heck yeah, thanks guys.
No problem. All right, so we'll try and get Matthew Gaskins, our third place finisher, here back in. See if he
We just disconnected from voice, so that will be it for the interviews.
Unfortunate. All right, well that was your first place finisher there, Thomas Gold. Unfortunately, we can't get to Bennett Allen or Matthew Gaskins, but great race overall for those guys. James, you want to take us through the overall standings?
Yeah, sure. Well, as y'all see right there, P1, Thomas Gold in that 97 machine. P2 was Bennett Allen, that P6 machine. P3, Matthew Gaskins in the 79 machine. P4 was Lauren Jones in that number 11 machine. P5, Joseph Lester in the P9 machine. P6 was Dean Weeks in the number 5 machine. P7 was Barrett Coffey in the number 4 machine. P8 was Steve Dardarius in the P3 machine. Number 9 was Danielle Fink in the P36, in the number 36 machine. Number 10, P10 was Mike Contino in the number 61 machine. P11 is Joe Stafford in the number 57 machine. Sorry, buddy. P11 was Tyler Connolly in the number 1 machine. P13 was Chris Claude in the number 10 machine. P14 was Derek Jacobs in the number 7 machine. P15 was Seba Corns in the number 16 machine. P16 was Charles Eaton in the number 75 machine. P17 was Randy Spivey in the number 22 machine. And in P18, Chad Sanner in the number 59 machine. And P19, Leo Bonacasa in the number 88 machine. P20 is T.W. Garrett in the number 8 machine. P21 was Nicholas Breidenbach in the number 24 machine. P22 is Tim Trowbridge in the number 74 machine. P23 is JC Gibson in the number 27 machine. P24 was Jonathan Delaney in the number 13 machine. P25 was Dalton Mobley in the number 77 machine. P26 was Nicholas Lighton in the 42 machine. P27 was Austin Story in the 23 machine. And P28 was Raymond Root in the 69 machine. P29 was Mitchell Goosens in the number 29. P30 was Brian Branham in the 39. And P31 was Brad Haldane in the number 90 machine. P32 was Alexander in Carnico in the number 94 machine. And P33 was Jared Small in the number 17 machine. P34 was Kavaha Holt in the 15 machine. And P35 William Fink in the number 93 machine. That rounds out your entire field. And Christian, you want to sign us off, bud, since you've been here from the beginning?
Yes, sir. Well, thank you everybody coming out to watch us on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget, follow, share, and like the Facebook page, and don't forget to subscribe and share the YouTube page to see more action from the Sunday Night NASCAR League here on SRM as we sign off from Phoenix, Arizona at the ISM Raceway. Y'all have a good night.